What's happening? This is Joshua Boetsi and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Now, I did a video probably about a week or so now showing you guys who it was that Anthony Joshua was sparring. And amongst quite a few names, I said that we knew that Derek Chisora, he was having like a bit part to do with some sparring, helping out Anthony Joshua as Joshua prepares for his rematch with Andy Ruiz Jr. on December 7th in Saudi Arabia, where hopefully, all going well, Anthony Joshua becomes a two-time heavyweight champion of the world. But as I pointed out in that video, since Derek Chisora fought David Price, I didn't know if Chisora would get back in the gym and start training with Anthony Joshua again. There was nothing confirmed to say that he was. Either way, David Haye, of course, he manages War Chisora, has said that Chisora is actually back in the gym and sparring with Anthony Joshua, and Joshua is looking super fit. And this is what David Haye had to say about Chisora sparring Anthony Joshua. Chisora sparred with AJ and he didn't even tell me. Normally he wouldn't do it, but he's ticked over in the gym and said that he's enjoying sparring. Derek was impressed. AJ was super fit, in great shape and focused on his boxing. All the right noises were coming out of the camp. There were multiple sparring partners, including Bryant Jennings. AJ has slimmed down. If you're going to have a long-range boxing match, then you need to trim off any unnecessary muscle. So that is David Haye's statement. So first of all, it's good that Derek Chisora is in camp with Anthony Joshua. That fills me with a bit more confidence, because some of the names that were coming out of the sparring gym with Anthony Joshua weren't giving me confidence, to be honest with you. But with the likes of Derek Chisora in there, that's great. I'm not too sure about the Bryant Jennings one, but I mean, I know Bryant Jennings, he's used as a sparring partner for a lot of fighters. So apparently he's really good. Even David Haye's used Bryant Jennings in that before as well. So for Derek Chisora to tell David Haye that AJ, he's looking super fit and in great shape and he's focused on his boxing, well, I mean, first of all, that's what Derek Chisora is going to say anyway, because obviously he's very good friends with Anthony Joshua, and Joshua looks up to Chisora. Chisora is somewhat of a hero to him because of the background of the Finchley gym. So Chisora, he ain't going to come out and tell David Haye, oh man, Joshua, he looks out of shape, he's breathing heavy, man, I chinned him several times. He ain't going to say that to David Haye. But even if he did, again, David Haye, we know what he's like a bit of a hype machine in himself. He ain't going to say, yeah, Chisora, he chinned AJ and all this kind of stuff. He ain't going to do that. He's going to hype up and say how good Anthony Joshua is looking. Reason being, because he's a British fighter, and the more success and the more profile that Anthony Joshua has, the better it is for all the other heavyweights and boxers in general coming out of the UK. But certainly with heavyweights, with the likes of Derek Chisora, because Anthony Joshua is the cash machine, isn't he, of British boxing, no doubt about it. So can we take David Haye's word for it? I think we probably can, because otherwise I think if something wasn't really going too well in sparring or Anthony Joshua wasn't looking too good, as much as David Haye wouldn't say anything, I think he just wouldn't say anything at all. That's how I honestly think that David Haye would react. But either way, for me, listen, I'm glad that Derek Chisora is in camp with Anthony Joshua, because Joshua, he needs somebody like a Chisora, somebody who fights. I'm not going to compare him to Andy Ruiz Jr., not at all, but Chisora is very good at adapting, especially in sparring. I mean, we know on fight night, he's a walk forward kind of guy, but Andy Ruiz Jr. is also a walk forward kind of guy. He's not really a back foot fighter in himself, but Derek Chisora, of course, is very heavy handed. In fact, he's more heavy handed than Andy Ruiz Jr., we could argue as well. But Chisora, he can't throw the combinations and the speed of the punches that Andy Ruiz Jr. does, which is why I'm presuming that Rob McCracken has brought in other sparring partners for Joshua. So either way, for me, I'm happy at least that Derek Chisora is actually confirmed that he is in camp with Anthony Joshua. That fills me with a little bit more confidence than what it did a week or so ago. So either way, hopefully Anthony Joshua goes over to Saudi Arabia, does the business, because as I said before, for me, British boxing benefits from Anthony Joshua getting those world titles back. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.